Howdy, howdy, my darling Gemini. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Gemini, for October 2021, honey. So remember, it does not matter what you identify as, he, she, they, them, anything inside that spectrum or outside of that spectrum, my darling Gemini. If these cards resonate with you, then this reading's meant for you, darling. Also, let me know how the cards resonate with you in this weekly tarot reading today. Also, if you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, Gemini, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot. And I always appreciate when you do that extra step to support me, Gemini. Remember, put this in perspective though, darling. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate to leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I feel like tarot cards are just here to give you some food for thought, perspective to consider, all that to darling, right? Never making choices in your life because it's your life to live, not mine, Gemini. So let's just jump into your weekly horoscope reading now today. Gemini, see what's going on. Remember, if you want to book a reading with me as well, my website's always linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. All right, Gemini, but first things first, darling. You already know that we need to do a little tarot forecast for this week. Do a little bit of a vibe check, darling. See what's going to be happening, how you're going to be feeling during this week, Gemini. See what's up, honey. And let's get into this. This one wants to come out. Y'all have the, what is this? I thought this said Art of Swords. I was like, girl, what? The Ace of Swords, darling. So this card at the bottom, if you can't see this, Gemini, excuse me, is this card says breakthrough and mental focus, Gemini. So this is a fabulous week for you guys. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? I feel as if you guys are going to be making a breakthrough for this week in some way. Usually as well, especially when it comes to sword energy, Gemini, that's air energy, as you are an air sign, Gemini, of course. And if you didn't know, now you do. But this Ace of Swords, the air energy, usually deals with the psyche. So I would be willing to bet for a pretty hefty amount of you guys, Gemini, probably about 60% of you guys, it's going to be more so like a mental breakthrough in terms of your perspective on something, Gemini. You know, even for that 40%, you know, that breakthrough is going to lead towards more so like making a breakthrough at work is something I just heard. I don't work at a relationship. So one of those two, Gemini, let me know how that is for y'all. And girl, I'm so sorry, Gemini, I had a little bit of a snack before I went into this reading, so don't mind me. Let's get into this reading though, darling. Let's see what tarot cards we have coming forward. We have the Six of Swords. Oh, darling. Okay. So Gemini, the breakthrough for many of you guys, the mental breakthrough that happens causes you to let go of something, right? To make a transition from something. So good sign though. I would say that's a forward movement in that way. Seven of Swords. We're continuing on with this air energy, darling. I swear to goodness, if we get another Swords card, ooh. You have the Queen of Wands. See, this is what I was talking about though, darling, right? Gemini, this brings in such a positive message in the sense that for you guys, like, you guys go through some type of transition, you make this breakthrough with yourself, some type of mental breakthrough rather, continuing on with that Six of Swords causes you to transition, right? Seven of Swords here, you know, this can be one of two ways. If this is about a person, Seven of Swords is a pretty distrustful energy, right? So maybe there's like a breakthrough, something that comes to light that changes how you see this person, Gemini, changes how, makes you realize you can't really trust them, or you just kind of wake up to the sense of being like, ooh, this energy is toxic, right? And if that is the case, I would be willing to bet for many of you guys that breakthrough is terms of like some type of personal relationship, like family or like a close friend or like your actual romantic relationship. But I like this a lot because you guys are not sitting in this depressive energy, Gemini. You guys are in this Queen of Wands energy breaking through. It's funny how, because Libra got the King of Wands, so it's funny how the air signs are continually on exuding like fire energy, really going with their passion. You know, so whatever the breakthrough is, Gemini, I would say really welcome it because it's definitely setting you up in the sense of freedom. Shackles being removed is what I'm hearing, but that also could be because, Gemini, I've been rewatching Game of Thrones, and for those that will have watched Game of Thrones, darling, like, you know, Miss Khaleesi, darling, not Cersei. Cersei is very different from Daenerys, but Miss Daenerys is known for being the breaker of change, so that could just be my own mental coming in with that. But I just feel like it's the sense of freedom for you guys, almost just this allowance for you guys, Gemini, to start living the rest of your life. You know, it's through this aha moment that you have that you're just like, oh, okay, you know what, since this is how this situation is, I'm gonna go do me, darling, right? Because the Queen of Wands is all about doing what makes them feel right? makes them feel, that just spurs or excites them. You know, you're no longer catering towards the perceptions of others or how other people, you know, catering to their emotions or what have you. So let's get into some clarifiers, Gemini. We have the we have the Star card coming in, Gemini, on that Six of Swords. We have the Four of Swords coming in on that Seven of Swords. Almost called that Four of Swords again. And then we have the Two of Cups coming in here for your Queen of Wands. Ooh, darling. So the breakthrough that happens for you guys, it's almost as if this realization that you happens where you're just like, oh, you're not my people. You're not part of my soul tribe, darling. You know what? For you, maybe for some of you guys, I do get with that Star card. I feel like it's for a small percentage of you guys, Gemini, where it's just like you associate this energy where you're just like, oh no, maybe this person's like my soulmate, twin flame, da 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 da. Not saying they are, or they aren't, Gemini. That's up for you to figure out, because general reading's never going to be able to tell you that. But with this star energy, it's like you kind of like had this wake up call being like, wait a minute, you're not my people. You're not thinking for my best interest. You don't actually care about me in the level that I care about you as well. And so this Four of Swords, while you realize this energy is kind of distrustful and you realize it's like, on some level, you probably were hurt by this. And it's like a little bit hard for you to digest, Gemini. But I feel as if, like, you know, with the Four of Swords, it gives this sense of healing where you're just like, oh, okay, I'm not the issue, right? You realize that you're not the problem here, and you just kind of see this as the situation being like, oh, this just isn't for me anymore. And it's through that realization that just gives you, again, that sense of freedom, that gives that healing. Two of Cups coming in with that Queen of Wands. This is why I feel like for many of you guys, if this is about a relationship, it just gives you this sense of freedom to actually go out and find your match, finding your soul tribe, whether it's romantic, platonic, you know, or just creating your own family, because family doesn't need to be just by blood. We create our own families, darling, right? Gemini, I feel like overall it's just this shift of where it's just like, you know what, you're able to identify that this person isn't part of your tribe, or this situation, if it's not about a person, isn't meant for your future, isn't for your best interest, and then you're just going out and trying to attract, and you are attracting, Gemini, what is actually meant for you, what is meant for your future with that star energy. So I like this a lot for you, Gemini. We really are going into the right direction for y'all, Gemini. So now let's get into what you don't see coming towards you, Gemini. Ace of Swords coming in again. So this is second time of Ace of Swords. So you really don't see this breakthrough happening. So I mean, I have to be honest here, Gemini, right? I can't just paint sunshines and rainbows. I do get this impression based off of this. Like, some of you guys are not kind of initially prepared for like this realization that happens with this sense of seeing how this person changed or like switches up on you, Gemini. So kind of be braced for impact in that sense. If you haven't already experienced that breakthrough, I wouldn't be surprised if someone just like, it just feels like very out of the blue for you, Gemini. Five of Cups coming in here. Yeah, darling. Yeah, I'm glad I was honest about it. And then Page of Pentacles coming in. Girl, this is the most genuine reaction you can ever get, because this is very specific, oddly specific, Gemini. I might even title your video this way, where it's like oddly specific, because it's just like very much so, where it's just like someone ends up communicating, because Page of Pentacles refers to communication, Gemini. Someone ends up communicating this Five of Cups experience, right? Where it's just like that disappointment, right? So someone ends up communicating, I mean, this is not me saying it's happening, but it's like someone ends up communicating like that they did something that was really disappointing or hurtful towards you. Or maybe they're just like, oh, I don't want to vibe with you anymore. Or they end up doing something really toxic, right? Maybe they end up cheating or what have you, Gemini. Because I do feel like it's through them, like it's like they end up admitting it themselves, or it's just like they end up being really obvious, they end up being really sloppy, that reveals it for you. Does that make sense? Where it's just like maybe up until this point they were good at hiding that facade, hiding how they truly felt about you, or like their just true intentions on things, and then it's through their sloppiness that like they end up getting caught, and you're just like, oh, you know. And it gives that shift in perspective. We have the Page of Wands coming in here, clarifying your Ace of Swords. Almost called the Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Swords coming in, girl. Five of Cups. And then let's get one more. We have the oh baby doll. Gemini. Oh my gosh, you have the death card coming in on the Page of Pentacles. I'm not laughing at your pain, so I apologize if that comes off as this way, but I'm laughing and just like just how insanely specific this message is coming in. This Page of Pentacles, that communication we're talking about, darling, leads to death, right? No, not actual just death of a person, darling. It's just the closure of a situation. So again, it's just, but it's weird how it's that Page of Pentacles, because it's just like, I don't know. It's just like either they end up communicating this, or like it's almost as if like it's through their effort, like through their like. It's not like you necessarily making the initial choice, Gemini. It's just like they just no longer have this interest in hiding it anymore, or they're just, again, sloppy. Page of Swords on that Five of Cups here. Page of Wands on this Ace of Swords. I just genuinely think, Gemini, where it's just like you get this realization with some type of situation in your life. You realize it's not worth it at all. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy engaging with this any further. And I feel like you are the one that ends up putting like the death moment in this, because again, you're the one with the breakthrough, and you're just like, oh, I don't want this anymore. This communication very lackluster, because the Page of Swords is communication that's kind of immature. That's like, it's just like, I don't feel like you're able to like talk this through, right? I don't feel like you're able to talk to them about this maturely or what have you. I feel like it's one of those things where you just realize it's just not meant for you. Maybe some of you guys even like won't be all that entirely surprised of it coming through. Like when it happens, you're just like, oh, like not that as if like you were anticipating it happen in this moment, but you're not surprised by like what comes to light, I feel. Gemini, and it just again gives you the sense of freedom. Page of Wands to lean into new opportunities, darling. So again, like while you have like this oddly heavy message here, it's like it's not even really, excuse me, Gemini, it's not really even heavy in the sense that like, because it's just again gives you this freedom of really connecting to new energy and for you to start living your life yourself. So now, Gemini, let's get into the good things in the works for you. Page of Wands again, darling. That's what we were just talking about, girl. Come on now. Can you, Gemini, please just geek out with me? Please don't make me feel bad. Well, I'm not gonna feel bad about nerding out over some tarot, darling. Let's get that first and foremost clear. But it's just like, can we please just like acknowledge just how fabulous this reading is, just like flowing, darling. We have the Moon card coming in here. Oh gosh, Gemini. And this Chariot card coming in here. Oh my gosh, Gemini. So y'all are just gonna have like a very, I don't want to say messy, but it's just like, I really would anticipate it's just like there's gonna be some drama, darling, in the sense that it's just like a lot happening. But, and with that Moon card, a lot coming underway that you don't really see coming. Like it's through something being revealed, Gemini, and it's coming quickly, right? But it's like it gets the ball rolling really quickly. I'm being shown like, it's like a snowflake on an avalanche, Gemini, or it's just like a snowball that just starts falling down, but it builds up really quickly. Does that make sense, Gemini? That it just feels like through this being revealed with that Moon, Gemini, it just starts like a tumbling effect of so many other things. So we have the Page of Cups, darling. Now you got all the pages in your reading so far, Gemini. Page of Cups coming in with that Page of Wands. Powerful. Before, I know I'm like getting ahead of myself, but just with these two cards, it's powerful. Whether this, Page of Cups by definition, Gemini, is like new energy coming in, whether it's a person or opportunity, right? We have the Ten of Pentacles, as well as the, what is this? Nine of Pentacles coming in here. So the thing I want to point out to you, Gemini, is just welcome in the change. Welcome in something coming to light that probably is not going to be all that lovely initially, because I really see this like changing the trajectory of your life, or changing like your future plans for how, not even just for how the rest of this month will go, but just like how the rest of this year will go for you. Like I just see like through whatever comes to light, it changes like, it just changes things up for you, Gemini, in the sense of where now like the shackles are gone. You're just like, oh, you know what? I was settling with this energy beforehand. I don't even really want this anymore. But now that you gave me a reason to walk away, darling, I'm gonna walk away. And I feel like that's kind of the energy you're exuding. So fabulous, Gemini. So let's give these cards to Miss Barbara Walters, darling, and then to these cards to Miss Aretha Franklin, Gemini, and then we're going to be getting into your spirit guide messages. spirit guide, ancestral messages, you know the tea, darling. So we have the Six of Pentacles here with the Six of Cups, darling. If we get another 6 here, something that adds up to 6, I'm going to say 6 is your number this week. Eight of Pentacles. So Gemini, I feel like the main message here is like, I'm going to be honest here. The breakthrough happening is something that you've had history with for some time, something that you've been connected to for a long time. But it started fizzling out, Gemini. It started giving this sense of where it's no longer, it's just not given what it needed to be given anymore, darling. Maybe at one point this was very serving to you. Obviously, it had to have been, Gemini. That's why you allowed it in your life for however long. But it's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to up level, to go on to the new go on to new things, because you've just outgrown a current situation, this old situation. The reason why I say this is like an energy that you connected to for quite some time is because of the Six of Cups, darling. Look at the artwork of it. It starts out as a little boy and their puppy, and then as life goes on, darling, right? Then you get into the bottom portion where that young boy turns into the old man, darling, and that dog is fully grown, right? Oops, girl. So it feels like you just outgrown a situation, Gemini, to be honest. Seven of Cups coming in here on this Six of Pentacles. So you've been in again, I really want to say, Gemini, that you've acknowledged that you've outgrown the situation for a while, but you were waiting for a reason to leave, to move on, right? Justice card coming in here on the Six of Cups. Yeah, but just know, like, whatever the situation is, it's happening in your favor, darling, right? I do feel as if karma, like, whatever the situation is, I really want to say, Gemini, for most of you guys, I want to say that you are not even going to be stressing about karma or like justice happening for whatever wronged you. If some situation wronged you, I feel like you're going to already realize that karma is working in your favor and they're going to be getting what they need to be getting, darling. And then the Ace of Wands clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, this is what I was saying. This is literally just a change of trajectory in your life, Gemini. Like, I really just, this makes me happy just because it's like, you guys are just keeping it moving, darling. Like, you guys are just like, these people, like, if this is about a person, this person's probably even going to be surprised and be like, oh wow, Gemini is like really moving on really quick, darling. Did they even care about me, honey? Right? Like, it's just so interesting to me. It's just like how you just like, you're just like, something comes to light and you're just like, all right, darling, keep it moving, darling. Dubai, like, bye, Felicia, honey. So so silly. So now, Gemini, let's get into how people are perceiving you this week, how they're perceiving you, darling, and how their intentions towards you, rather. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Where is this going? The Strength card, as well as the Seven of Cups. All right, we're dealing with that situation that you're moving on from. So you did associate this person as like, maybe they were providing to you in some sense, whether it's financially or emotional support. They added some sense of stability here. That's why the Ace of Pentacles is here, Gemini. Strength card with the Seven of Cups. Yeah, like, I think for some of you guys, it was kind of hard for you to really accept that you fully outgrown the situation, or maybe you were just looking for some outside affirmation, Gemini, being like, so you weren't just being like, maybe you were like in your head being like, oh, maybe I'm being like overreading the situation, maybe I'm overreacting, you know, whatever the situation is for you. It feels as if like, yeah, like this like we're tapping into this person that made the mistake. Let's see though. Three of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. So truly, I feel as if this person is just really going to just be watching you walking away, Gemini. I feel like their intentions towards this, let me get one more. Intentions towards this Knight of Pentacles. I feel as if like you're going to initially just be like booking it. And then I feel like later down the road, you're going to hear back from them. You're going to hear from them and be like, oh, well, give me another chance, or just what have you. I feel like it's going to be a slow buildup, but there's going to be some type of attempt of communication towards you again for your Pentacles. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if you like work with this person, Gemini, because I get this impression that you can't quite fully escape them, Gemini. Maybe you like share, like, I feel like you share the same space or share the same friend circle or what have you. You can't quite escape them. So initially they might be quiet, but then they're going to try to like reach back out to you, Gemini. But you know, whatever your decision ends up being when it comes to handling the situation, Gemini, just know I'm always going to support you, darling, because free will and all that, darling. You know what you need to do that's best for you, darling. But Gemini, that that is the weekly tarot horoscope reading that I have for you doing. Hopefully you found some cards that resonated with you. Remember, if you want to book a tarot reading with me, my website's always linked down below, SimplyVelca.com, darling. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that's just being Simply Velca, honey. And yeah, I hopefully can connect with you sometime in the near future, Gemini. I love you so much. Bye.